Every time I see an adult on a bicycle, I no longer despair for the future of the human race. Human history becomes more and more a race between education and catastrophe. The past is the beginning of the beginning, and all that is and has been is but the twilight of the dawn. Human history, in essence, is the history of ideas. If we don't end war, war will end us. Beauty is in the heart of the beholder. What really matters is what you do with what you have. No passion in the world is equal to the passion to alter someone else's draft. Adapt or perish, now as ever, is nature's inexorable imperative. The path of least resistance is the path of the loser. Man is the unnatural animal, the rebel child of nature, and more does he turn himself against the harsh and fitful hand that reared him. The doctrine of the kingdom of heaven, which was the main teaching of Jesus, is certainly one of the most revolutionary doctrines that ever stirred and changed human thought. Affliction comes to us, not to make us sad but sober, not to make us sorry but wise. History is a race between education and catastrophe. Nothing leads so straight to futility as literary ambitions without systematic knowledge. There's nothing wrong in suffering, if you suffer for a purpose. Our revolution didn't abolish danger or death. It simply made danger and death worthwhile. After people have repeated a phrase a great number of times, they begin to realize it has meaning and may even be true. Some people bear three kinds of trouble: the ones they've had, the ones they have, and the ones they expect to have. The path of social advancement is, and must be, strewn with broken friendships. Once the command of the air is obtained by one of the contending armies, the war becomes a conflict between a seeing host and one that is blind. It is not reasonable that those who gamble with men's lives should not pay with their own. In politics, strangely enough, the best way to play your cards is to lay them face upwards on the table. Heresies are experiments in man's unsatisfied search for truth. The past is but the past of a beginning. One of the darkest evils of our world is surely the unteachable wildness of the good. Sailors ought never to go to church. They ought to go to hell, where it is much more comfortable. I want to go ahead of Father Time, with a scythe of my own. Leaders should lead as far as they can and then vanish. Their ashes should not choke the fire they have lit. Biologically, the species is the accumulation of the experiments of all its successful individuals since the beginning.